Students, today we are not in the class due to outside that still occur us today, and but don't worry, it's not like we are not stopping from you all to studying. All right? Okay. uh First of all, we are going to study about how to write a narrative writings. So you might familiar with the narrative writing, right? So we jump to the next. Oh, first of all, for before we jump to our lesson, there are two learning objectives that you will get from this lesson. First is to identify the elements of narrative writings, and second is to compose a narrative writing. Next. Okay, so students, what is a narrative? Narrative is a story that has an orientation, complication, and resolution and reorientation inside, using descriptive language, characters, and a plot to engage readers in storytelling. Next, uh, the purpose of these narrative writings is mainly used as for amuse the readers. Sometimes it can be for education to the readers and a place for author to delivering their message to their readers. Yes, that's what the purpose of narrative writing. So we jump to the next. Students, here's the elements of narrative. One is the characters, like the people, animal, or creature who take part in the story. Second is a settings or world building, where or when the story takes place. So basically, a place that the story takes about. And last is the plot. It's the series of events that make up the story, including the problem and resolution. And the next, okay, so we are in the part of the narrative writing. Okay, first of all, there's a orientation. The introduction of your story, this part where you introduce the character, settings, or world building, and main topics that leads to the next part, complication. So basically, it's the first ever of the opening of the story. This to write your story introduction. Ask a thought-provoking question that piques the reader's curiosity. Example like storm had been consumed to many age. How is that phenomenon happen? So it's like a questioning. Second is use sensory language to paint a vivid pictures in the reader's mind. Example, as the wind breathes your spine. That's how the use sensory language. And third is to use proper settings, time, place, and environment to make it more engaging for readers to read your story. And last is make sure to explain world building of your story. How is your world working inside of your story? So it means that you can explain yourself as an author. How is your world working? That's that's part of the orientation. So we jump to the next. So we are in the complication. A complication is a main topic of your story, things that you want to talk about through narrative of your own story. This part is a place you're going to focus on about conflict that happen toward your character and impacts of your world building inside your own story. Tips how to make your good conflicts? Use vivid descriptions as always. Use descriptive language to help your readers visualize your characters, including their physical appearance, clothing, and surroundings. Second is show, don't tell. Rather than telling your readers about your characters' personality, show them through their action, thoughts, and dialogue. So instead of just saying what character's gonna do, you just gonna describe them, what they're gonna do, describe them. doesn't mean that you will direct them what characters do. Okay, so the last or third is create conflict and obstacle. By creating conflict and obstacle for your characters to overcome, you can help your readers becoming invest in their journey and root for them to succeed. So you need to like create conflict and obstacle that main characters happen right now to make it more engaging for your readers. Okay. Now we are in the resolution. Resolution is the climax of the story. This part is when the main characters overcome with the conflict they have in the story. This is also a bridge of the student conflict, or you will say reorientation for the last part of the whole story. And also things you need to know. Make sure that the climax must be clear and reasonable. Otherwise, it will be destroy the main conflict of the story. So like the other rules, you need to like be clear and reasonable. You should your story to be clear and reasonable for your end of your story. Okay, students, now we jump to the next and the last part of this part of narrative writings. Reorientation, the aftermath of the conflict and also the end of the story. This part contains the aftermath when the main characters already overcome the conflict and seeing the impacts after one is done with the climax of the story. Must know that the end doesn't always end up in one story. It could be the prequel or sequel, which determine whether it's before or after of the story. So you must know what the story leads before jumping to the closing of all chapter. That student, that's how you make the make the structure of your story. Yeah. Okay, we are now in the language features. So that's like uh, five features that frequently used in narrative writings. First of all is use of past tense and frequent use of adverbial of time. Example, once upon a time, one day, etc. Oh yeah, native writings always end up in the past. So use a past tense that make for this narrative. Okay, jump to the third is use of action verbs like climb, walk, and stumble. As I said before, use past tense like climb, eat, walk, eat, and stuff. Okay, so like there's another like specific nouns of cattle, example the king and the jester. So like the plus nouns, something like that. And also it use of adjective. Adjectives means like you praise the characters by their uniqueness or stuff. Adjective is like, oh, that person is the prettiest of all of this village. The pretty is the adjective. It can be like positive or negative. It's determined of what you gonna tell about. Okay, so jump to another is like the present of time connection. Example, 10 before, after, and suddenly. It's to connect the paragraph to paragraph from time to time, like first, then, secondly, and stuff. That's how present of time connection works. And last is direct and indirect usage. Direct means that you say the character directly of what character is gonna do, but in an indirect, it's like the characters having their own choice. No dialogue or there from the author or just explanation from the narrator and stuff like that. No, it just they do what their own. That's the use of indirect. Okay, so we jump to next. So here is example of narrative writings. The names of the story is The Ant and the Dove. You can see it here in this screen. And also I conclude all the parts here, like orientation as the first. So orientation always be the first. Complication is always be the in the between of orientation and resolution. So remember that. Remember that, students. Complication always in the middle. And last, and also resolution after the complication. So yeah, resolution is after the complication. And after the resolution is reorientation. It's like the retelling again, but with more twist or something like that. Okay, that's a part of native writing. Now we jump to analysis here. Based on the narrative writing that I give you. So for the elements, there's like characters. What's the characters? Yes, the ant and the dove. Settings. What setting the story take place? A spring on a hot day. Yes. Problem, the ant falls in the water and hunter tries to catch the door. The dove. Yes, that's a problem. And solution, the dove helped the ant and the ant saved the dove from the hunter. And also, there's like a moral lesson. But mind you that moral lesson is only applied for specific kind of story. So there's no need any moral lesson inside of main categories. So that's the element that we just analyzed. And also, how about the language features? Of course, use of past tense verbs, was, seeking, sleep, drop, etc. Time connective, after, shortly after, specific nouns of character, the ant, the dove, and the hunter. And action verbs, seeking, sleep, drop, climb, pit. That's how you gonna use the language features that I just show you here. Or maybe you can pause that if you don't want to, if I too fast to the next slide, you can pause here. Alright, we are in end of our lesson, but before we actually ending this lesson, I have one assignment for you. It's the quest from the wizard. It means that is to write your own short narrative about a place you dream of. So main objective you all of students here is to write your own short narrative about a place you dream of. So I could test you of how understanding you all. So yeah, this is an assignment for you all. And don't forget that tomorrow is the deadline. So don't be late. Alright? Okay, class, that's our lesson today, and I hope that this lesson will guide you to make a proper narrative writing. So maybe you want to become an author or stuff like that, perhaps. And also that I hope this I hope that this lesson will help you to make a good writing. And see you in the next morning. See you in the next morning class.